Did you know that Coco Chanel woke up every day at 5 a.m., even when she was already one of the richest women in France? But here's the detail few people know. She didn't drink coffee. She drank chamomile tea in a Limoges porcelain cup because she understood that elegance begins in the details no one sees. And this reveals a secret that 90% of women don't know. Elegance is not an accident, it's a morning science. There's a Harvard Business Review study that will shock you. People who make important decisions before 10 a.m. have 30% more mental clarity throughout the entire day. Translation: how you conduct your first 2 hours determines whether you'll be respected or merely tolerated for the next 14 hours. Common women wake up to the day. Elegant women make the day wake up to them. If you want to transform your elegance into something profitable, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and leave a like. I'm Carol, and I've been studying the codes of authentic elegance for years, the kind that opens doors without you having to push them. But I'm going to tell you a brutal truth. Every morning, millions of women wake up already losing the game of influence. They grab their phone before even breathing consciously, throw foundation over dehydrated skin, and leave home with the energy of someone running after their own life. The result? A presence that doesn't mark, doesn't impress, and doesn't generate opportunities. Now, prepare yourself for something that will revolutionize your perception. There's a morning protocol discreetly used by high society women that automatically puts them at an advantage over 90% of other women. And some of these practices are so simple that you'll question why no one taught you before. But first, tell me, how many of these habits do you already do? Mark a mental point for each yes. At the end, we'll discover if you're in the group of the 10% most elegant or still part of the majority that sabotages themselves without realizing it. 1. They wake up before their phone wakes them up. Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors and one of the most powerful women in the world, revealed in an interview that she never picks up her phone in the first 30 minutes of the day. Instead, she dedicates this time to what she calls mental reset. And there's a fascinating neurological reason for this. Here's the scientific fact that changed my life. When you wake up and immediately consume external information, notifications, emails, social media, your brain produces unnecessary cortisol, the stress hormone. The result? An anxious energy that shows through your posture, your voice, and even your facial expression. Now, what do women of true influence do differently? They use the first minutes to program their own emotional state, instead of letting algorithms and other people determine how they're going to feel. Arianna Huffington, founder of HuffPost, goes further. She carries her phone outside the bedroom and uses an old metal alarm clock. Why? Because she understood that the first 5 minutes of the day define the energetic quality of the next 12 hours. The practical test. Tomorrow, before touching your phone, sit on the bed, take 3 deep breaths, and set an intention for the day. It can be something simple like, today I move with calm and purpose. This microscopic change will put you energetically above 80% of women who start the day in reactive mode. If you already do this, mark 1 point. 2. They make their bed a power ritual, not an obligation. Here's a secret that only European royalty women know. Since age 6, they are taught that making the bed is an act of personal sovereignty. It's not about organization. It's about declaring that you govern your own space. William McRaven, Admiral of the American Navy, discovered something revolutionary. Making the bed correctly creates what psychologists call success momentum, an energy that accumulates throughout the day. But elegant women elevate this to an artistic level. Grace Kelly, before becoming Princess of Monaco, had the habit of making her bed as if she were preparing a movie set. Perfectly aligned pillows, sheets stretched without a wrinkle, cushions positioned with mathematical precision. It wasn't vanity, it was visual discipline. Here's what happens in your brain. When you arrange your bed with attention to detail, you're programming your subconscious mind for excellence. It's like a silent message. Today, I take care of details that others ignore. The contrast is brutal. Vulgar women make the bed rushing, or don't make it at all. Elegant women transform this act into a ceremony of self-respect. The difference is in intention, and intention reflects in everything you do after. There's even a trick used by high society women. They choose a specific perfume to discreetly spray on the pillow. Why? Because they know they'll return home at night and be welcomed by their own care. This is silent power. If you make your bed with attention to detail, mark another point. 3. They drink water as if it were a youth elixir. Sophia Loren, at 89 years old, still has skin that makes dermatologists question genetics. In a rare interview, she revealed, "Every morning, before anything else, I drink 2 glasses of warm water with a few drops of Sicilian lemon. I've been doing this for 70 years, even when I was filming in deserts or frozen mountains. But here's the secret the beauty industry doesn't want you to know. Morning hydration isn't about health, it's about immediate luminosity. A study from the University of East London proved something fascinating. People who drink 500 milliliter of water upon waking have 23% more mental energy in the first 2 hours of the day. Translation: you think faster, speak more clearly, and make better decisions. Why warm water and not cold? Cold water shocks the digestive system and forces your body to spend energy heating it. Warm water is like waking up to the sound of classical music instead of a strident alarm. Gentle, but effective. Grace Kelly had an interesting variation. She added a cucumber slice to the water, not just for flavor, but because cucumber enzymes help reduce facial swelling during the night. What does this do for your immediate elegance? Hydrated skin has a natural glow that no foundation makeup can replicate. Women who drink water consciously upon waking develop a luminosity that others perceive but cannot explain. Secret micro habit: use a crystal or fine porcelain glass to drink the water. It may seem excessive, but this programs your mind to treat your own body as something valuable. If you drink water consciously upon waking, add another point. 4. They care for their skin as if it were a family heirloom. Here's a fact that will shock you. Catherine Deneuve, at 80 years old, never used foundation in her life. Her secret? A cleansing and moisturizing ritual that she repeats religiously for 60 years, even when she was filming 16 hours a day. Isabella Rossellini revealed something even more surprising. Her mother, Ingrid Bergman, taught that caring for skin in the morning is like preparing a canvas for a work of art. You don't paint over a dirty canvas, she used to say. But here's the fundamental difference. Elegant women don't do skincare. They perform a ritual of self-reverence. The difference is in mental presence. When you wash your face, you're removing the stagnant energies of the night. When you moisturize, you're sealing your intentions for the day. A Beverly Hills dermatologist, who has treated celebrities for 30 years, told me, "The most beautiful women I know don't use the most expensive products. They use simple products, but apply them with total attention. 2 drops of oil applied with conscious movements are worth more than 10 products applied in a rush." Rich women focus on radiant and well-cared-for skin. Their makeup is typically light, enhancing their features instead of masking imperfections. The secret protocol: 3 steps only: cleansing, moisturizing, protection. But each step executed as if it were a meditation in movement. Ascending circular movements, conscious breathing, 5 minutes of total attention to your own face. There's a trick that only French high society women know. They finish the ritual by passing an ice cube wrapped in soft fabric over their face. This closes pores and creates an instant glow that lasts hours. If you have a conscious skincare ritual, mark another point. 5. They dress for their own power, not for others' approval. Diane von Furstenberg revealed something that changed my perspective. The most attractive woman is one who dresses for the most powerful version of herself, not to please external gazes. And this begins with a decision made the night before. Here's a fascinating fact about Mary Barra, GM's CEO. She has only 4 versions of the same outfit in her wardrobe: gray blazer, black pants, white shirt, leather shoes. Why? To not waste mental energy deciding what to wear, channeling all her creative force for decisions that really matter. But attention, this isn't minimalism, it's strategy. Truly powerful women don't depend on visible designer logos. Instead, they master perfectly fitted basics in neutral tones, made from fabrics that communicate quality without shouting. Coco Chanel had a golden rule: before leaving home, remove 1 accessory. Why? Because elegance is subtractive, not additive. It's about having so little wrong that what remains is impossible to ignore. The secret that changed my life: elegant women choose 3 pieces the night before and sleep visualizing how they'll feel wearing them. In the morning, they dress for a sensation, not for an appearance. The trick of European queens: they always choose a piece that makes them feel slightly more powerful than necessary for the occasion. It's like wearing invisible armor. A well-cut white shirt, a blazer that hugs the shoulders just right, pants that elongate the legs. This communicates more power than any ostentatious logo. If you consciously choose clothes to feel powerful, add 1 point. 6. They eat like queens, not like commoners. Audrey Tautou, the French actress from The Fabulous Destiny of Amélie Poulain, never leaves home without a complete breakfast. It doesn't matter if she has a 7 a.m. meeting or 5 a.m. filming. She understands that skipping meals is an act of elegant self-sabotage. But here's the scientific fact that will change your morning. When you skip breakfast, your cortisol levels spike. High cortisol equals dull skin, marked dark circles, and an air of tiredness that no makeup disguises. Brigitte Macron, France's first lady, revealed, "Every morning I eat protein before 8 a.m. Eggs, goat cheese, Greek yogurt. This isn't diet. It's fuel for the mind." Why? Protein stabilizes blood sugar and maintains constant energy. The result is a glow in the eyes that lasts all day. An endocrinologist who treats the elite explained to me, "Elegant women eat to nourish the brain, not to satisfy hunger. They know that a well-fed mind reflects in a magnetic presence." The powerful women's protocol: 20 grams of protein, a good fat avocado, nuts, olive oil, vegetables or fruits. Slow chewing, unhurried, sitting at the table, untark slow chewing, even if just for 5 minutes. Here's a secret trick of Parisians. They eat on beautiful dishes, even when they're alone. Porcelain plate, fabric napkin, metal cutlery. Why? Because they treat themselves like VIPs, and VIPs are treated like VIPs by others. A healthy diet is fundamental for every successful woman, as it makes her feel better inside and out, and also more energized. If you eat breakfast consciously with attention to what you eat, mark another point. 7. They move their body as if it were a precision instrument. Catherine Deneuve, at 80 years old, still walks through Paris streets with a posture that makes people stop to look. What's the secret? She has moved her body intentionally every day for 60 years. It's not to lose weight, it's to maintain the physical presence that made her an icon. Here's a fact few people know. European queens train posture from age 6 by balancing books on their heads. It's not tradition, it's body science. Conscious morning movement reprograms your way of occupying space throughout the day. Jane Fonda, at 86 years old, revealed, "Moving the body in the morning isn't exercise, it's communication. You're telling the world, I respect myself enough to care for my instrument." She prioritizes moving her body to have good energy and a clear mind. The secret isn't in working out for 2 hours, it's in moving intentionally for 10 minutes. It can be conscious stretching, dancing in your room to your favorite music, or simply walking around the house paying attention to posture. Why does this instantly transform your elegance? Morning movement oxygenates the brain and activates blood circulation. The result is a naturally more erect posture, a firmer walk, and a presence that commands attention without asking. A chiropractor who treats celebrities taught me, elegant people don't just look confident, they move with confidence. And physical confidence is built with conscious movement.